Okay, so you're going to get this enclosure in a box, and you're going to need to take it out, and you're going to need to wire some things into it. The enclosure, first of all, we'll look at the back. There are places on the back where feet will screw in, and the feet for this enclosure will be in a little bag, and then it allows you to mount it to a wall or something in one of the buildings. This enclosure here is going to go in building 1 and area 1, and this cable here is the RS-45 bus, and this cable is going to go run to CVSR-4, and there's I think about 200 feet of cable here. So when you get it, you're gonna wire the bus into the enclosure. So you're gonna, just like before with the junction boxes, you're gonna push the wires and the cable through this bushing that's on the bottom of the enclosure. You're gonna open it up and bring this inside of the enclosure. So this is for the RS-45 bus. The next wire that comes in is the power wire. The other end of this power wire is plugs into the wall. This also needs to go into the enclosure, and you're going to do pretty much the same thing. You're going to run it through the other bushing. So then they're going to wire up to these two plastic things. These are called wire nuts. So first we'll do the power. So as you can see, there's two red wires. One red wire is coming in from the power wire that plugs into the wall, and the other red wire comes from the cable itself, the 200-foot long piece of cable. So both of these are going to get wired together, and you would put them into the wire nut. Then you would torque this down with a screwdriver. Where's my screwdriver? Anyway, if I had a screwdriver, oh, here it is. Torque this down. And then same thing with the black wires. Make sure you do this before you plug it all in. Make sure everything's wired up before you plug it in. And whatever you do, don't cross the wires. So this, as you can see, this is on the red side, and then we're going to put the two black wires on the black side. Pretty much the same deal. Just put it into the nut and screw it down, and so that it's tight. And the green and the white wires are the data wires. You're going to do the same thing with this other wire nut. You're going to put the white wire on the white wire side of the nut and screw it down, and the green wire goes onto the green side of the wire nut, like that. So then this antenna here, you can kind of is on a hinge, so you can sort of move it a little bit out of the way, and then you can close the enclosure. A couple things about the enclosure. I'll go over the components, but these right here are antenna bulkhead connectors, and these wires here go to these connectors here, which will screw into the radios. Now you're only going to need these two wires if you can't get radio reception and we need to sell you additional antennas. Right now the two radios that are in here, the modem and the master radio, have rabbit ear antennas. These are the rabbit ear antennas, and they're screwed into the radio. If you need an additional radio antenna, you're going to screw this into the radio, and you can screw this into the cell modem if necessary. And then you will sell you another cable that's going to screw onto the outside of this that'll run up to a Yagi antenna that you can mount on your roof. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. These two devices here are the RS-45 converters. This is a null modem. So the master radio first goes through a null modem and then through an RS-45 converter, And then this RS-45 converter is connected to the RS-45 bus. The RS-45 bus, again, is the two wires. It's the white wire and the green wire, and there's an electrical connection throughout this entire system of the white and green wires all connected to one another. So then this wires to the RS-45 bus. This cable's going out of the enclosure. The radio is powered from this black wire here, which leaves the enclosure right here. And we've got some rubberized tape around it, and it goes through a bushing, and then this gets plugged in. So for this enclosure, there's two things that are going to plug in. You're going to plug in the main power, and you're going to plug in this other wire here for the radio. This right here is your cell modem. It too has a rabbit ear antenna, and if you don't get cell reception, you can use one of these other RF wires here to screw it in, and we can sell you a higher gain antenna if you don't have cell reception. So you probably won't use these two, hopefully, but we've included them, so all you have to do is screw on the extra antenna wires if you need to. This cell modem also goes through null modems and then into an RS-45 converter. And then, as you can see, the RS-45 converters are both powered from the same power wire nut that the bus is powered from. And as you can see, the RS-45 converter is also connected to the RS-45 bus. So when you're all done wiring it in, you can torque that down so that it's snug tight, and then close the door. And if you want, there's a place on this enclosure where you can padlock it shut if you desire to do so. So that's it.